Welcome to tonight's training. I am excited for this one because this one is not only a strategy, but it's also a little bit of the technical component that we're going to be diving into. If you haven't noticed, I happen to be a little tech nerd, but I like my tech to be as low-key and low-tech as possible. And best of all, I'd love for it always to be as affordable as possible. So tonight we are going to talk about your trusted vendor list. So if you scroll through the Facebook group, the Hyperlocal Real Estate Agent, you may have seen some of the posts asking a lot of questions regarding that topic, which I value your input on that so much. So if you haven't gone through the post, feel free to scroll down later and answer some of that just so we can get a better overview of it. But tonight's strategy is talking about the trusted vendor list and how to connect with your community while solving a problem they have that will make them remember you. Because if people have a problem and they need solving, we would love to be that resource, right? You want to be remembered. And the trusted vendor list is a great way to do that because they don't only remember us, we are also using it to lead generate with it. And stay to the end because we're going to go through it. At the end, I'm going to reveal to you exactly how to lead generate with it. And I'll make sure we'll have a special bonus for you guys as well. Sound good? Ever been in any of these situations? Had a leak somewhere? Roof needed some repairs? Something was dripping from the ceiling. Maybe there was some mold you discovered. Let me know in the comment. Was there any situation in your life ever where you said, oh my gosh, I need to call somebody? Let me know in the comments. If you've never had a situation in your entire life where you're like, no, I never had to call a professional for something. Amazing. But if you did have a situation ever happen, may it be a leaky roof, electrician you needed to call, let me know. Most of us probably had to call somebody at some point. So give me about 20 minutes and I will reveal to you a way that you can become the hero inside your neighborhood fast by solving a problem they have. And I should add to it that we are also going to lead generate while we become a hero. So let's meet Roy. Roy is our bicycle dude, okay? Why would they take you up on a recommendation? If you put something out in the universe and you say, you need to call this person, why would they believe you? Are you credible? All those things that are just shifting through our head, we're going to answer because I did some digging in my own personal neighborhood groups, and I'm going to share with you some screenshots, and I'll read those to you of what is actually happening inside of them. So this one, Roy the bicycle dude, he's known for his niche, bicycles, which right now are the new toilet paper, if you haven't heard, right? Everybody needs a bicycle. Without even knowing, that night, he made 3 sales. That's pretty amazing. He never commented. He never did anything. But he was known for his niche, which is bicycles. So would they take you up on the recommendation? If somebody asked, do you know somebody? Absolutely. They will take you up on it. So somebody asked, I'm looking for a bicycle. Do you know somebody or do you have one? One of our neighbors commented, contact Roy. Here's a screenshot. Please do not call all Roy. The number's on there. But the next person then said, oh, do you know if he has this too? Because we are looking too. And this person just says, yep, call Roy. By the way, she is not married to Roy. She has no affiliation with Roy. She just really put up that name. He's the person for the bicycle. This is how you want to become known. You want to contribute just because they are asking for it. So don't think, are they going to believe me? Are they going to take me up on it? They're asking for it. Yes, they will take you up for this one. Okay. So who should be on your list? So here is the list, and we've already been through it. But now you have the visual with it. Makes it a little easier because there's a lot of stuff on there. Who should be on your list? Electrician, plumber, roofer, handyman, landscape appraiser. It's a green one. So I want to make sure you have the visual on it as well. insurance person, concrete companies, waterproofing companies, pest companies, estate sale companies. That's the red. Yellow one right here, restaurants, accountants, local farms, dentists, pediatrician, doctors, chiropractors, massage therapists. And then the blue box has the LuLaRoe consultants, travel agents, dog walkers, veterinarians, product consultants, who should be on your list, right? So I'm glad you had a little. Thanks so much for letting me know, guys. I appreciate it. All right, so shall we keep going? Let me know that we're good so far on that one, because what I have coming up next is hopefully going to blow your mind. Let's meet Dave, the appliance dude. Someone else will comment on it, right? So why would you even bother to comment on it? Somebody else already answered the question. Why would you give your opinion? Why would you give your recommendation? What if the person that commented already gave your recommendation out? And this is what we're talking about next. Anyone know of a handyman or someone who can repair a washing machine? Looking for honest and reasonable. Thanks. This is straight up out of my neighborhood group, guys. Okay. I put 3 screenshots under there because those are all people that commented on that thread. Scott put the business card right there, and he said, "Thanks for the recommendation. We called Dave, and he was great." So he just, replied to that. Lisa also commented under there and said this right above, right? This. I second Dave for everything appliance related, very professional and reasonably priced. Third, for Dave, super helpful and reasonable, and he lives nearby. He's amazing. Dave, right? I kid you not, this was the entire thread. If I have an appliance issue, I recommend Dave to my clients. So somebody already commented. Should you comment after this? Should you still say, yes, I second this, I third this? Absolutely, you should, because you are building credibility. This is the person that I use too. Does it matter that it was already mentioned? No, because if I'm looking for a recommendation and I see somebody put that same name out there over and over and over, I'd be like, this person must be good. So you want to be commenting on this, even though it was already answered. Put your recommendation out there. And obviously make sure the people you recommend are amazing. So this one here is really what it comes down to. Okay, so the first picture, if you look at it, that lady on the computer, we all been there sometimes. It's just not working and we just want to throw this darn thing out the window. Who's she going to call? She calls tech support. They're going to guide her through. Look at her, so happy sitting on the computer outside, and she's all smiles again. Now, second picture, he's kind of, I don't know, he seems very, doesn't know what to do. He ends up finding counseling help, and looks like he was about to, maybe lose his family or something, marriage counseling, I don't know. But there's a picture now of him with a happy family on the other side. And the last picture, man, that wedding couple does not look too happy. Car's broken down, she's yelling, he's looking. They're going to call a repair person. And look at that. All of a sudden, it's happily ever after. So, why am I showing you this? Because what happens right here in the middle is our magic zone, okay? And this is what we're talking about today. This is what we're talking tonight about. This is not about real estate. This is not about how much is your house worth. This is not about you as a person. This is about you being the resource person in that magic zone. You are being tech support. You are being counseling. You are being the repairman. And I'm not saying you are wearing all those hats, but you are connecting people to what they need. Okay? You are the emotional connect. You're not the repairman. You're not the counselor. I know sometimes we feel like we have a lot of hats on, and the psychological one is probably one of them in our industry, but that's not what we're talking about. We are just the emotional connect. You have a problem. I have the person. You'll get out of your problem zone. We are customer support for so many different things. Did that make sense, guys? Did that make sense to you? Let me know in the comments if this was useful just give me one of those thumbs up or the check mark or the fires. I love the fires. And if it didn't make any sense, I do take a thumbs down just so I know where you guys are at with everything. Okay. Businesses will thank you. You are recommending a business, and it's great. But really, what we're after all happens afterwards. Everything we're doing is for a purpose. It really is for a purpose. Yes, we are trying to be good people. Yes, we're trying to be community leaders. Yes, we want to be recognized as a source. But there's also a reason why we do it, which is to pay our mortgages, to make sure our kids can go to, swim class or dance class or whatever they do, making sure we can go on vacations, making sure that we can pay off debt, making sure that we can afford that extra hobby we have. Whatever it is, we're also doing it to make sure that we're furthering our business in itself. So the power of one recommendation, I really want to talk about it because we're recommending one person. Let's say we're recommending a window cleaning company, okay? The business will be grateful for the shout out, no doubt. They might even refer business back to you after a while. If you start building a really strong business relationship, some companies to consider for that are moving companies because people love to get moving quotes, right? Oh, I got an entire house full. How much would it be? Would you transfer this from state here to state there? Is there, fees involved? Sometimes they call those places before they call us. So sometimes there's business that can be referred back to by a moving company. The community will recognize you as a local resource to talk to. This I find very much true with my past clients because they know, hey, we want to move into the house. Do you have somebody that can fix this before we move in? Do you have somebody that can do this? So along this way of them moving in, especially in the first few months, I find myself sending them a lot of referrals. I'm like, yeah, call this person. And they remember it. So they come back after, a year and be like, oh my gosh, we really could use somebody that can do this. Do you have somebody? And this is where we want to connect people and become that community resource. And what else does it do? It starts a conversation. You recommend somebody, they come back and say, oh my gosh, I used that person. Thank you so much. By the way, we're thinking of selling in 6 to 9 months. How's the market? I call that a pretty great conversation starter. And vendors are obviously needed for maintenance. Find an AC person that can replace the AC unit or maintenance the AC unit. But they are also being used, especially used before somebody is putting their house on the market. In most cases, somebody will make sure, everything got detailed before, everything got a good checkup. They will make sure they spend a little bit of money on the service partners and the service vendors before they put their house on the market. Are you ready for a trial one? I did put one in there. Let me know in the comment if you want to do a trial where I'm going to show you 2 different things and you can then decide which one is more powerful. So let me know. Trial number 1. I sold your neighbor's home for the highest price in the last 6 months. Pretty good statement. Number 2, I just sent you a recommendation for the plumber that stopped the leak that was about to ruin your new floors. Which one do you think a homeowner will find more attractive if they are seeing you as a community resource? Hey, I sold a house over here. I sold it for a great price. Or you need to call this person. He'll come out as soon as possible. He's very reasonable. He works very clean. And he makes sure you're not going to have a leak all over your floor to ruin your new flooring. Which one is going to be the one that they remember? Because this is what we're after. We're trying to be the ones that they remember, not just the one that sent them a postcard every now and then and says, here you go, right? As much as you guys know, I love my farmer mailers, there's so much more to this entire marketing strategy, which is really what I'm trying to show you. Elena, that's right. I know you're amazing, Elena. Elena said number 2, the one that is the recommendation for the plumber that stopped the leak, because this is where they come back. This is where they say, thank you. Thank you for sending this person. He was able to come out right away. He was able to stop the leak. He was charging me a reasonable amount, which then puts you in perspective to just say, you know what, this is a great person to take recommendations from. And that recommendation might be what to do before you sell your house. Should you do this before I sell your house? Let me go back to the person that has been recommending things to me. And here is what we actually just did for one of our group members. One person in this group came to me and said, how about we work on a project together? And I love projects, right? I'm like, yes, let's do this. There's a lot of things that I've had on my, on my to-do list already. So, and this one is just the starting out one, but we literally just put this together for a group member. An ultimate vendor list, trusted by your neighbors and then in her county, right? So what happens here, and it's still in some of the building out phases, some of the stuff still needs to get put on there. And what I personally would add is probably a video, just a video saying, tired of looking for a plumber that you don't know if he's trustworthy, good, reasonably priced? Please don't worry, I have the opportunity for you right here that you can get instant access to our own exclusive neighborhood list. Okay, and then I did link out the website just so we're not blowing up hers. But it's a really simple opt-in form that you can create for people to then fill out their name and their email. That's it. Does that make sense so far? Are you guys excited to just see how you can lead generate with this? This is an amazing way to find somebody that has a problem, take that problem and offer them the solution. And that solution is right there in your vendor list. And guys, when I tell you I love to be, on the most affordable side on things, everything we built 100% for free on her end. Okay? This list is just hosted right in Google. So it's all there. Okay, it's just Google. Yes, she had to pay for that setup for us. But that was all done in one strategy session. One strategy session got her set up and going on something that she can use over and over and over and over. This does not expire, okay? So, I like to offer you everything in bite-sized pieces. So I hope this makes sense. Let me know if this made sense so far to you guys. I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Give me a thumbs up or, check mark, or there's that little fire one. If this made sense, if you see the opportunity to lead generate with that list, because at the end of the day, what we should be doing is build our reputation, build our credibility, and lead generate, especially in an area that you want to target. The more emails you can collect in that area in any way possible, the better it is for you guys. This email list just becomes so much more. Once you have that email list and you have people that are confirmed in your area that you're targeting, it just becomes so much more powerful. All right? You can prospect it for, hey, I have a buyer looking in that neighborhood. You can use it and say, hey, I'm doing this community event, stop on by. You can use it to just share the news that you're doing in the neighborhood. There's so much opportunity once you start building this list with different avenues that it really can explode your business in a really straightforward way. So real quick, if I know there's a couple new people, just a brief introduction who I am if you haven't met me yet. So if you have met me, I'm sorry, you have to listen to this again. I'm an active realtor and team leader. I do run a 6-figure real estate business. I'm a hyper-local marketing machine and the founder of the Hyper-Local Real Estate Agent. I built my business with 0 sphere, and I'm a busy mom of 2 little kids, so I get time constraints are no joke. So if I can put up something that I just showed you previously, something like this works for me just because it works whenever somebody decides they need somebody, as long as they know the extension to get to that website, let it be, yourvendorlist.com, whatever. As long as they know that website is out there and they know they can just go to it, it works while I sleep. It really does. So I hope this makes sense so far. And of course, I hope all that information that I just gave you should have been enough for you to implement it on your own, and you can come up with just the same or similar results. Okay, everything that was covered is right there. And I totally get it that sometimes people are not necessarily in the implementation stage. So for those of you that say, you know what, I would love some help for you to walk me through, like I said, we just did it for a group member. I did open it up for 5 people only for the next few days. You can just book a 1-hour strategy call, and I'm going to get you set up literally next to you on a Zoom call, you and me, putting everything together step by step. The 1 hour is typically enough if you are, obviously having a lot of side works you want to do. Feel free. If you want to get started and you get stuck, we'll work on that one. It's www.bit.ly/hyperlocal-agent strategy call. And then you can just go from there. We'll set it up together, and then you can build out your vendor list. Okay. Most of us do have a vendor list. So you can you need to make sure that you're filtering that part in yourself. But again, I'm walking you through all of this, so you can walk away with an entire vendor list and an entire new site that you can use to lead gen a different one. All right, let me go back through some of the questions. You give them the website to get to the vendors. No, I give them, well, yes, but no. What I give them first is a sign-up form that will allow them instant access. And like I said, it's all built in Google, okay? Google is free. Go get a free account. It's all built in Google, so you can have a website where they can then access everything after they give you the email. So I hope this helped you guys tonight. I'm going to go through the comments later tonight. And if you have any other questions, feel free to drop them in, and I will talk to you guys then next time.